The last place that we will visit is Minakami in Gunma Prefecture, also about 2 hours north of Tokyo by train or car. The mountainous hot spring town is known as the outdoor adventure capital of Japan, with the largest number of operators in Japan located in the area and many fun outdoor activities offered all year round. So today we will visit Minakami together with Mike's son, who lives in the area and is the owner of Canyon, one of the outdoor companies there. He'll talk more about the area and will give us some tips on what to do and where to stay. Mike's son, are you ready for us? Oh, we cannot hear you just now. 1 second.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, there you are.
I'm ready now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you are. Welcome to Minakami. We're in between seasons at the moment. We've got a little bit of snow up on the mountains up behind me. So things are starting to get a little bit cold. You can see a lot of the leaves have already fallen. There's only a few trees with the leaves still on them still. I'm originally from New Zealand, but I've been living up here in Minakami for a bit over 20 years. As Sus was saying, running an adventure travel company, adventure tourism company, rafting, canyoning, mountain guiding, hiking, all sorts of stuff like that. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about Minakami and why me coming from New Zealand, one of the most beautiful countries in the world, has decided to live in Minakami. You can see down here, these are some of our riverside sort of glamping tent things. We take the roofs off and the tents off for winter, because believe it or not, in this area where I'm standing now, the snow is over my head, somewhere up around here in the middle of winter. Yeah, crazy swings in temperatures during the season. So I'm going to bring you inside here. This is one of my favorite parts of canyons, the bar. Okay. And let me just share my screen here, and we'll get started on telling you a little bit about Minakami.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay. So
it's funny how the difference in the area 2 hours east or 2 hours west from Tokyo makes a huge difference. Before we were in Okutama and we could see the autumn leaves, and now you are talking about the snow. Oh, you are muted again. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I've got a total production crew of one today.
Ooh, you have to do it all on hands.
Yeah. So yeah, Minakami. The Minakami's tagline is "Find your oasis." It truly is this oasis to get away from the city. Where is Minakami? So we're located 72 minutes by bullet train from Tokyo. One train all the way to Jonmokogen Station. It's about 2 hours by car. And we're right on the border with Niigata Prefecture. It's the furthest you can go in the Kanto or the greater Tokyo area, surrounded by huge mountains up here. The town has a history of people living here for over 3,000 years, from back in the Stone Age. But more recently, Minakami was a post town during the Edo period, around 400 years ago. So there's a lot of old buildings, really cool old sites to see as well. As I said before, an abundance of nature, huge mountains. In the background here, you can see one of the iconic peaks, Mount Tanigawa. It's one of the 100 famous mountains of Japan. And also in the foreground, there is the Tone River, which is Japan's second longest river, biggest river by capacity. Yeah, beautiful nature. We have 2 national parks. This is Joshinetsu Kogen National Park. But we also have Ose National Park, which is the highest and most extensive marshland area in Japan. So incredible nature everywhere, which is one of the reasons that I chose to live here, coming from New Zealand. Love nature, love getting out there into it.
Yeah, I can see why you would move here.
Yeah. And, also it's traditionally a really popular hot spring town. So it was one of the reasons that many of Japanese tourism started off with places to come and rest in the hot springs. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But more recently, my favorite thing is adventures. So Japan, as you were saying before, Sus, is the most popular adventure destination for Tokyoites and people in general in Japan. There's a huge number of operators and activities. You can see in the photo here, bungee jumping, things like that. So for me, it reminds me a lot of New Zealand in terms of lush nature and amazing activities. So I'm just going to tell you about some of the amazing activities on offer in Minakami. So as you can see in the photo down there, rafting. This is an area called Suakyo, which is one of the main courses for rafting. So the rafting typically goes from April until around mid-November. So we've just finished up a couple of weeks ago. In spring, it's a grade 3 to grade 4 river, which means it's pretty full on. They actually had the Rafting World Cup qualifiers here in 2000. So it's a pretty awesome river. Half-day trips around 12 kilometers to full days on the river around 30 kilometers. In the summer, it's more of a mellow grade 2, which is better for families. In spring, the water's quite fresh because of the snow melt. But an amazing, beautiful sections, amazing way to experience the area. And there's actually quite a bit of history around the Tone River. It was used as they used to fell the trees up here, float them down to Tokyo, and a lot of the wood from up here was used to actually build Tokyo. So I'm just going to show you a little clip of what it looks like here so you get a bit of an idea. Beautiful big rapids. This is spring. This is one of the first rapids of the day to wake everyone up.
Yeah, that definitely will wake you up.
Yeah. So there's probably about 15 rafting companies up here, us being one of them. Everyone rafts different sections, but yeah, amazing. Lots of different sections to run depending on your ability. Cool. And the next thing I'm going to tell you about is canyoning. I don't know if many people know about canyoning, but canyoning is a sport where you're sliding down waterfalls, jumping off cliffs into the rivers, and sometimes using ropes to navigate down. We run about 40 different canyoning courses around Japan, and Minakami is our home base. And there's 5 or 6 canyons in the area, ranging from very mellow up to bordering on crazy. So we've got something for everyone. With the canyoning, you can see sort of our level system here. Level 1 to 3 being pretty basic. When I say pretty basic, level 3 has waterfalls or drops around about 30 meters or 90 feet. So that's pretty good for beginners. And then when you get up to level 5, 6, you're going up 100-meter or 300-foot waterfalls. So a little bit of everything. I'm just going to show you.
You're jumping, from the waterfalls or in the water. Do you need to be able to swim?
Swimming helps, but it's not completely necessary, especially for the beginner courses, because we have wetsuits, life jackets, all of the gear, and our instructors are really awesome at taking first timers down these areas. So I'll just show you a quick little video. This is what it looks like. This is one of our beginner courses going down one of the waterfalls. You're lowered down to halfway using a rope. The guide releases you and you slide on down. Lots of time spent in the water like this, sliding, swimming, floating. If you don't know how to swim, as you're saying, you do float, and the guides are always there to give you a hand. Little jumps. We have lots of different heights of jumps that we adjust depending on your ability or your thrill level. So something for everyone.
Is that also in summer easier to do or better suited for maybe less thrill seekers?
We have lots of different levels of courses. So if you're up for low thrills in summer, rafting is really good because it's not as thrilling. But if you're up for more thrills, I'd definitely go with the canyoning option. So
Yeah.
that's that. The next one we have here is a sport called pack rafting. Pack raft is an inflatable kayak, which means it's really easy to learn for beginners. A kayak, if you flip over, they're quite heavy. It's hard to swim to the side. They're not as stable. A pack raft is very super light, around 2 kilos. If you do flip over, it's super easy just to swim to the side with. And they're a lot more stable. So really, really good for beginners to learn basic whitewater technique. And this is a short clip of what it looks like. Paddling
and that's
down
you
really,
in the kayak.
That is me. Yeah. And very, very easy just to learn. We climb up and do little jumps along the way, and you get to experience beautiful little river sections like this. So really nice way just to enjoy getting into nature and enjoy the area. So that's
super cool.
Yeah. You can use them on the lakes. You can use them on the rivers up here, and sometimes we take them down to the ocean as well. So really cool new sport, starting to take off around the world at the moment. Next up, there's lots of other things to do. These are the sort of main water sports that we do, but there are other companies that run hydrospeed. This is all river boogie, it's sometimes called. This is a great adventure, especially in the summer when it's a bit warmer. There's 5 large lakes in Minakami, so the canoeing is really, really incredible up there, especially around this time of the year with the changing of the leaves. My recommendation is the early morning, like the first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock, go out. Lake is super calm, Mirror Lake, beautiful changing of the leaves, incredible way to experience nature up here. If water's not your thing, you could go paragliding. You can go tandem paragliding, so you don't have to have any experience. The instructors take you up, they fly you around, you get to see the whole area. Really cool experience. One of my other favorite things to do during the green season is biking. There's road biking. They have lots of famous road bike races in this area as well, especially for hill climbs. But mountain biking is a great way to see the area. And this is a little clip of a friend of mine's company, another Kiwi. There's lots of Kiwis up here running adventures. This is Benny Chun, and he runs MTB Japan, one of the oldest running mountain bike tour companies in Japan. Once again, he has lots of different levels of courses. All of the bikes are specialized, high-end, great suspension. He teaches you all of the techniques for biking before you start off, how to brake, changing gears, how to use your weight when you're cornering and all this kind of stuff. And then you start off on a nice mellow down through the forest ride.
Right. So you don't have to be a super experienced rider. It helps, of course, but he'll tell you the basics.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you can ride a bike, he can show you how to get down with a mountain bike. So you start off doing little obstacle courses and things like this, and then you get into the downhill section. This is the beginner course on most of this, which is pretty mellow. And of course, the bikes are high-end bikes with full suspension, so it makes it easy.
Yeah.
But a great way to experience from spring. This operates from around start of April to around mid-December. He's got lots of different courses in different parts of Minakami. The upper mountains of Minakami, of course, being quite high, over 2,000 meters. Yep. And the lower areas being around 500 meters. So there's lots of different areas you can use at different times of the year.
Yep, I see. So far, all year round.
Yeah. Of course, with the national parks up here, we have the 2 national parks. Joshinetsu has been the second largest in Japan. So there's over 500 kilometers of hiking trails. Great mountain hut facilities. So if hiking's your thing, you can do anything from a 1-hour stroll up to a 5-6 day walks in the mountains using the mountain huts. One of the most famous mountains, as I mentioned before, Mount Tanigawa. This is the iconic peak of Minakami. This particular picture is of Ichinokura, Japan's largest rock face, over 1,000 meters vertical. Very, very famous for very, very popular with climbers.
Yeah.
You can see a little bit of snow in the middle there. There's even snow in the middle of summer. So a lot of people come up. It's a nice walk. It's only about an hour walk up to this site. Very, very easy. Or if you want to try something a little bit harder, you can head up to the peaks. There's a 100-kilometer ridge trail. This is the Gunma Ridge Trail that starts in Minakami, and you can go for 100 kilometers all the way across to Kusatsu Hot Spring area. But if you're not that energetic and you still want to get up and see the mountains, we've got something for you too. You can jump on the ropeway. It's an easy ropeway ride. It takes 10 minutes to get from 600 meters up to 1,500 meters, so you get the beautiful panoramic views. And especially around this time of the year, you get the autumn, or the fall, as you say it in the US, colors. So, yeah, an incredible time of the year to be out there. This was more the green season, okay, sort of April to around now, sort of mid-November. As I said, we've already got some snow on the mountains up here. So Minakami has one of the usually in top 5 for snowfall in Japan. A lot of snow up here. In the background of this photo is actually the Tanigawa Range. That's what it looks like in winter.
Oh, that's the same as we saw before.
Same as you saw before, but covered in around about 5 to 7 meters of snow.
Wow.
They have a very large snow base here. There's 9 ski resorts in town, and lots of different activities that we can do in the winter. This is just a basic sort of winter view of what Minakami looks like with snow on the ground. So as I said, 9 ski resorts. This is Hodaigi, one of the smaller ones, but great powder snow.
Oh,
If it's
beautiful.
your first time skiing, Hodaigi is one of the best resorts in Japan for beginners. But then we also have a lot of other resorts like Tenjin-Daira, which is one of the best backcountry, if the backcountry and big mountain stuff is your thing. So something for everyone up here.
Oh, I can't wait for the winter to start.
Yeah, beautiful walking down this is the onsen guy, the main street of town. Lots of izakayas, great places to go and grab a beer at the end of the day. So, there's lots of other things to do. So there's international ski schools up here. So if it's your first time skiing or you're advanced skiing, you want to get some better tips or get into the backcountry, we've got our international team of instructors. Snowshoe tours. If skiing's not your thing, but you want to get out and explore the snow, there's some amazing snowshoe courses. This is once again Ichinokura, the largest rock face, but we go up to see it in winter. We dig a snow table and we put out either a cheese fondue or a Japanese style nabe, and we sit there and enjoy the view and have some food. It's incredible.
That's so cool.
Other things to do, dog sledding. There's the Japan, there's a Japan dog sled team. They're actually based in Minakami, so you can go up and try dog sledding. If you're under 100 kilos, I found out.
Yeah.
I'm just about there. Okay. So yeah, great way to experience. They've got about a 10-kilometer track you can cruise around. If backcountry is your thing, we've got some pretty awesome secret stashes. I'm not going to tell you too much about. You're going to have to come here and talk to me personally. don't want to give away all the secrets.
No.
We also created a sport called snow canyoning. We're the only people in the world that do it right now. One of the reasons we can do it is because Minakami has such a deep snowpack and such amazing snow. So rather than just tell you about it, it's easier to watch a video. This is what it looks like. So you're sliding. The guides set up a slide track first, slide down, and then the customers go sliding down. So you're wearing a one-piece slider suit that we've custom built. You're wearing a harness, and you've got a little sled attached to your harness that you sit on. You will have avalanche gear on because we're going into the backcountry, into avalanche terrain. You've got snow boots. So we give you all of the gear. You don't need to come with anything. Helmets, goggles, gloves, everything we have. Then we get into the practice slides, where you start getting into the groove here and you start doing head first slides, back slides, standard slides, things like this. lots of different ways to get down the mountain. We build little kickers. On the really steep slides, we use rope systems like this, so we can stop you at the end. And then we do this we call the train, so everyone joined together. Yeah.
This seems so much fun.
Yeah, it's about usually about 3-hour tour, 3 to 3.5 hour tour. It's a great way to experience powder snow if you want to get really deep into it, but can't ski, or maybe don't have the fitness to snowshoe. So
yeah,
because we take the lifts up, the easy way to get up the mountain. So that's a short season. It only goes from middle of January until the start of March. It's only about a 7-week season because we want to do it when the snow is at its best. So we only run it then. But it's not just all. This is a lot about activities and stuff like this. But if you have a bad weather day, we also have an amazing craft village in Minakami. There's an area called Takumi no Sato, which was the old post town in between Sato Island and Edo, Tokyo. So they used to be a famous silk manufacturing. So there was a lot of craft people in the village, and they're now changed to a lot of just traditional Japanese crafts. So traditional Japanese pottery, mask making, Japanese paper making, bamboo craft, things like this. So if it's not a great day, there's over 18 different craft shops, beautiful old school Japanese architecture, and great food in this area as well. So something nice to do on a rainy day. Also, Minakami is quite famous for the fruit. Obviously, we have a lot of really great water up here in the clear mountain air, great water. These apples are called Gunma meigetsu. These are the apples, if you cut it in half, open it up, it'll be dripping with honey. Okay. It's absolutely amazing. You bite into it and it's like, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. I haven't seen those. I'll make sure to try some time.
Oh, it's next level. And then, depending on the season, strawberries, blueberries, cherries. So there's lots of different fruit, and there's fruit picking farms. You can go and pick as much as you want. Okay. So there's experiences you can do with fruit as well. You can even buy a whole tree. Okay, and then come in that season and then pick all the apples as well, send them off to your friends and things like that. So
you can adopt your own tree.
You can adopt your own tree. One of the best things to do at the end of the day is jump in an onsen, and Minakami has plenty of those. There's 18 different hot spring areas. In each of those hot spring areas, there's a number of different hot springs.
Oh, wow.
This one here is Takaragawa Onsen. It's Japan's largest outdoor bath. And it was rated one of the top 10 onsens or top 10 hot springs in the world by Reuters. So this is one of the most popular places that everyone wants to come and check out. You can also stay here. A lot of these hot spring areas are actually ryokans or Japanese inns. And there's a huge range of different accommodations. This one in the photo here is Hoshi Onsen, which is one of the other famous hot spring or Japanese inns. The hot water actually bubbles up directly from under the ground.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so pretty incredible.
Natural hot spring.
Natural hot spring. And both Takaragawa and Hoshi Onsen are actually mixed onsens. So you can get in with your boyfriend or girlfriend or partner or whoever it is, or your family. And they give you a towel to wrap around. So if you're a little bit shy, that's fine. There also are lots of other hot springs and accommodations that have private hot springs. So if you have your own hot spring in your room overlooking nature. One of the nicest accommodations here is Senjuan, which is a relay and chateau accommodation, 5-star, beautiful location looking at Mount Tanigawa, sitting in your own hot spring, traditional Japanese gardens, looking up at the mountains, absolute bliss.
Ooh, it doesn't really get better than that, I think.
Exactly. If you want to go a little bit more budget, as I said, there's about 200 different accommodations in Minakami, ranging from this 5-star high-end ryokans like this, hotels, more traditional B&Bs, farm stays, and glamping. Camping's has really been booming in Japan, and so is the glamping. There's a few different glamping areas in Minakami, beautiful riverside sites to make the most of nature without sort of compromising all the luxuries of home. Beautiful beds, sofas, toilets, showers, sometimes in the tents, things like that. So
Really something
next
for
level.
everyone.
Yeah. So I can walk out and sort of show you a little bit round. I'll go this way. And if there's any questions from anyone on that side, I can't see the chat now on my phone, but maybe someone can read them out to me.
Yeah, we did receive actually one question. How did you come up with the idea? And I think it's referring to the snow canoeing. How did you come up with that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a skier all my life, and just been going to the mountains and enjoying powder snow is just something that I really love. And I was like, I want to take people out that can't ski to be able to enjoy powder snow. So it's like, how do I do this? And I started snowshoe tours, and snowshoe was good because on the snowshoe tours we walk along, we slide down little ridges, and everyone loved the slides. So it's like, how can I make a tour that's just all slides? So I started.
Oh, you're breaking up a bit. I think you might be out of range of your network or your cell reception. Can you hear us? I think there was a slight technical issue that happens, of course, when you're surrounded by nature. Ah, there you are. Yep, you're back.
I'm back. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So surrounded, I started going out and testing everything, and I was like, then it took about 3 years of testing, and we started running commercially about 7 years ago now. So you can see this is the glamping area here.
Yeah.
And
these ones are still up.
These ones are still up. We're actually going to run these ones in winter. Now it's hard to believe, but last year the snow was about 1 meter higher than the roof here.
Oh wow.
These structures are made to last the snow.
Yeah.
So you can see the views over here. Beautiful river.
That's a good way to wake up. Beautiful view.
Yeah, in the morning. Beautiful clear water. So especially it's a good way to wake up this time of the year. Go down and jump in the river. You
like the cold water?
Yeah. Sometimes we do it. Best way to wake up after a few beers the night before.
Yep, after the bar, the evening in the bar.
Yeah, exactly. But in summer, all the local kids come down here. There's quite a few fish. The fishing in this area is actually pretty good as well.
Yeah.
So it's lots of.
So we are at the end of November right now. When does the snow start falling?
We've already had a couple of little falls, and there's already snow up in the mountains. So it's the ground is going to be covered permanently from around about the second week of December until around the end of March. So pretty much 4 months. 4 months of snow season.
Cool.
And we're getting ready to wax up the skis and get into the mountains. Pretty excited.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait for the ski season to start. So we actually received another comment. It's not much of a question, but maybe a suggestion to you.
Yeah.
Someone said, wouldn't it be nice to have dog sledding or the snow canoeing in a samurai outfit? A very Japanese experience.
There you go.
Yeah. Maybe some new ideas for you.
There you go. Yeah. With the snowshoeing, sometimes we use the traditional. This area is also known as snow country. There's a famous Japanese novel that talked about snow country. And back in the day, they wear the kasa hat. Looks like a little umbrella. The old kasa hat. They use an awara, sort of a straw coat. So every now and then we get dressed up in the old fashioned and we go out for a walk using the kanjiki, the traditional Japanese snowshoe. So if going out and experiencing the old school way is your thing, then we can do that as well.
You can customize to every request.
I don't know how we'll do the samurai suit, but we'll take it on board.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you, Mike, today for showing, giving us a sneak peek into the beautiful nature of the Minakami area. It's absolutely beautiful.
No worries.
So yeah, thank you for that, and hopefully, yeah, we'll receive some snow soon, and we'll get to do some winter activities. I can't wait myself.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, amazing.
Cheers, guys. Hope to all see you in Minakami sometime.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
See you guys.
See you. Bye bye.